Today I am going to be talking about how to subtract integers. As we know, integers are composed of positive and negative numbers, and we also know that the inverse of positive or addition is negative or subtraction, and vice versa. The inverse of negative is positive. If we have positive 3, we can say that the inverse of 3 is negative 3. If we represent positive numbers with yellow counters and the negative numbers with red counters, positive 3 will have 3 yellow counters and negative 3 will have 3 red counters. In my previous video, we know that these numbers combine together and cancel each other out. And there you go. So they give you 0. That's why we call these numbers as 0 pairs. They cancel each other out. We now can say as well that these numbers are what we call as additive inverse. Additive inverse cancel each other out. So if you have positive 4, when you add a number to it, it should give you 0, and that is negative 4. We call that additive inverse, representing positive 4 with 4 yellow counters and negative 4 with 4 red counters. We can see that they cancel each other out, giving you 0 pairs. So the additive inverse of any number is the number which, when you add together, will give you 0. Let's try another number. So we have negative 2. The additive inverse of negative 2 is positive 2, because if you add them together, negative 2 add 2 will cancel each other out, giving you 0. So the 4, if you add negative 4 to it, it will give you 0. They are 0 pairs. So these numbers are what we call as additive inverse. Okay, let's try this one. If you're given 5 minus 4, we all know it's 1. But if you got negative 5 minus 4, that needs some thinking. So we're going to do the additive inverse to make it easier. We know that addition is easier than subtraction. So if you have negative 5, we're going to change the minus there into plus and put the additive inverse of positive 4, which is negative 4. So negative 5, so you have 5 negatives there and 4 negatives. So you have a total of negative 9. So negative 5 minus 4 is negative 9. If you have 5 minus negative 3, so 5, change the minus to add and get the additive inverse of negative 3, which is positive 3. So 5 plus 3 is 8. So 5 minus negative 3 is positive 8. If you have negative 6 minus negative 3, so change it to addition. Negative 6, add. The additive inverse of negative 3 is positive 3. So negative 6, so you have 6 negatives here. You're going to add 3 positives, 0 pairs. So 3 of them cancels out. You're just left with negative 3. So negative 6 minus negative 3 is negative 3. If you have 8 minus 4, so we know it's positive 4 anyway, but let's use the additive inverse. 8, change the minus to plus. The additive inverse of positive 4 is negative 4. So 8 pluses here and 4 negatives cancels out, leaving you with positive 4. So 8 minus 4 is 4. And here are some exercises for you to do. I want you to press the pause button while you're working out and press play again when you finish and check your answers. And these are the answers. For number 1, you have 6. So we're going to change subtraction to addition. Additive inverse of positive 8 is negative 8. So 6 plus negative 8 should have negative 2. For number 2, you have 8. Change subtraction to addition. And additive inverse of positive 2 is negative 2. 8 plus negative 2, you should have positive 6. For number 3, you have negative 7. Change subtraction to addition. additive inverse of positive 3 is negative 3. So negative 7 plus negative 3 should have negative 10. For number 4, you have negative 6. Minus additive inverse of negative 4 is positive 4. Negative 6, sorry, that should be plus there. Negative 6 plus 4 should have negative 2. Number 5, you have 9, change minus to plus. And negative additive inverse of negative 2 is positive 2. 9 plus 2 is 11. I hope you got all your answers right, and thank you for watching.